G'day. Welcome to the Long Splinter Garage. If it's your first time here, that's understandable. It's the first time I've been in front of the camera. My name's Paul, and I appreciate you joining me. Today's project is all about some Lego display shelves. I've got two sets of them to make. They were meant to be floating shelves, but we struck some design hurdles that we were overcome. We're starting at 200mm shelf at the bottom, working our way up to a nice easy 100mm shelf at the top. I'm actually pretty happy with how they've come out, and I've certainly learned some skills along the way. Stick around and I'll walk you through what I got up to. Thanks. So I'm going to start with breaking down some material. Here I've got some 16mm melamine sheeting. I'm going to start with a scoring cut. So to make sure I've got good clean crisp edges, I'm using the two cut method. So I do a scoring cut, which I quickly showed you there. I've got a second piece that's exactly the same width. We'll quickly run that through. And then we run the blade up full height and run it through. Now you might notice that I've got the blade up a little bit high. I've discovered that this allows me to get a crisp, clean edge on the melamine, which helps with edge banding. And here we're going to rip the pieces of melamine that are going to be the shelf supports. So I think they're something like about 60mm wide, made out of the same 16mm melamine sheets. So just using an existing piece as a guide. Here I'm showing you, my hand hieroglyphics is showing you that with this particular table saw, if I pull back on the actual fence, it stops the fence from moving when you lock it down. So just by simply pulling it back, I am doing a scoring cut. Because I'm so close to the fence, we'll just use a push stick, keep our fingers nice and safe. You're about to see, as I drop the blade down, I'm going to mess up just around about there. You can see I just wobbled slightly as I pushed that piece through, and look what that did. Thankfully not a problem, that'll be on the back, so it won't be seen. Now we're going to do a few of the 100mm shelves. So just again starting with the scoring cut, just doing a little hint there. Going to grab the tape measure, check the width, make sure that I get the exact 100mm that I'm after. Just making sure that I've got an allowance for the kerf of the blade on the table saw. Previously I was talking about how high the blade is and the leaving chips on the melamine. Here's a classic example of what I'm talking about. So if you have a quick look, there's a couple of chips there. We don't want that. Thankfully I'm going to cut that off shortly. But just need the blade just up almost to the gullet of the teeth of the saw blade. As I'm watching this, I'm saying to myself, that blade's too low, you're getting chip out on the edge of that. And there you go, I just realised it and I've raised the blade. So we'll pack up the table saw fence, pop it back in its hidey hole on the side of the job site saw. And now it's time to table saw sled. And here we're looking at cutting perfect 90-degree ends on each of the pieces of melamine. To grab my So you get the idea of this. I'll finish the rest of these off camera.
Okay, time to do the other end. So we'll just grab a bit of melamine edging, roughly about the right length. We'll give it a quick rip. You can use scissors or kitchen shears, whatever you've got, if you don't want to rip it. Grab our iron. Careful not to burn yourself. Give it a bit of an iron, over the edge, along the side, across the bottom. What are we doing? We're trying to flatten this board at, what are we? We're around about silk. I find that cotton's probably causes too much of the glue to come out with this particular edge banding. But what I can tell you is, yeah, definitely have a crack. Also picked up what I've failed to mention earlier is I've also got this end cutter, and it's not bad. You just place it on the end and chop the ends off. It chops them off nice and flush. You just got to hold it square. That's better. Pop that over there, pull that in, chop. Grab the handy fast cap, put it over the edge, pinch the board, and we're done. Give it a very light sand, just to get rid of the sharp edges. And there's that lovely edge banding there. Alright, that's one down. You can probably see I've got a bit of a pile going here. So yeah, let's do some more. Alright. I've seen other people mount their everybody's got their own system. I've seen people clamp these down, and yeah, look, it does provide it with a little bit more stability, I suppose, and it does stop it from sort of dragging along and following you. But look, when you got a flat work surface, yeah, I don't get too bent out of shape. So yeah, I'm not going to be here, and Dave will tell you to press down on top of this and do all that good stuff. And like I said, I wouldn't follow me. I'm doing what I'm doing, and what I do works for me. But if you want to learn how to do it properly, like I said before, go have a look at Dave Stanton. He's got some really great tips, and without his guidance and videos, I wouldn't be here doing this right now. Never really thought that I would need the power takeoff from a vacuum. However, I am using a corded drill for my pocket holes, and having my drill plugged into the vacuum with the vacuum on auto, and just having the vacuum on minimum suction just here has been one of the great little time savings, and not having to listen to the vacuum all the time. Even with earmuffs, it gets a little bit tiring. Okay, so we've now got these parts all cut up and edge banded. These will be the pieces that actually screw to the shelf on the wall. And now we need to get pocket holing. So hang on to your hat. It's going to get a little bit loud. Turned out better than I'd hoped. Now we've just got a few more to do. So hang on, and we might montage this and just sort of speed it up a bit. I'll see you on the other side, folks.
that, we're done. Talk about snappy. And here we have the shelves in their new home. And you will note, as I pan around, that we go from thin to slightly thicker to even thicker again down the bottom. Beautiful job. Very happy. The screw covers are on. Now it's just waiting for what goes on there. Here we have one of the two shelves, completely stocked and displaying our favourite treasured Lego. And here's the second wall completed and finished with just one or two Lego items. It's not bad, is it? Displays it rather well. This has been a Long Splinter Garage production. If you like what I'm doing, please like the video and smash that subscribe button. Cheerio. G'day, welcome to Long Splinter Garage. My name's Paul, and today we're just going to come in. You can tell me whether I'm in the frame for starters.